Ali sat in the last row of his classroom, quietly staring at his notebook. The teacher asked a simple question, but his heart started beating fast. He actually knew the answer, yet his hand refused to rise in the air. He was afraid the class would laugh if he spoke wrong, so he lowered his eyes and let the moment pass. After school, he walked home slowly, kicking small stones on the road. His best friend Hamza happily talked about answering questions in class. Ali forced a smile but felt heavy inside his chest. He kept thinking, I knew the answer. Why didn't I speak? That regret followed him all the way home. A week later, the teacher announced a presentation competition. Every student had to come on stage and explain a topic. Ali's hands turned cold as soon as he heard his name. He imagined everyone laughing and whispering about him. For the first time, he wished school would close forever. That evening, Ali sat silently beside his grandfather in the courtyard. The old man noticed his worried face and asked gently what happened. Ali explained everything, saying he was not brave like others. His grandfather smiled and pointed toward a tiny plant in a pot. He said, even this small plant fights storms because it trusts itself. Grandfather told him a story from his own childhood. He once failed many times while learning to ride a bicycle. People laughed, and he also wanted to quit forever. But one day, he decided to trust himself instead of fear. That was the day he finally learned to ride. Ali went to his room and stood in front of the mirror. His voice shook as he tried to introduce his topic aloud. He forgot lines, made mistakes, and even laughed at himself. Still, he continued practicing again and again every night. Slowly, his fear started becoming smaller. The night before the presentation, he could not sleep well. Many negative thoughts filled his mind with worry. What if I forget? What if they laugh? He whispered. Then he remembered his grandfather's words about the little plant. He took a deep breath and decided to try anyway. The next morning, his name was called in the school hall. His legs felt heavy as he walked toward the stage. For a second, he wanted to run back to his seat, but he looked at his grandfather sitting in the audience, smiling proudly. He finally started speaking with a trembling voice. At first, his voice was low and slow. Then, he remembered his practice and spoke a little louder. Students listened quietly instead of laughing at him. By the end, he was explaining confidently without fear. When he finished, the hall filled with clapping. Ali stepped down from the stage with shining eyes. He did not win first prize, but something bigger happened. For the first time, he felt proud of himself. He realized courage was not absence of fear, but trusting himself. That day, he learned the most important lesson: believe yourself.